Hello. Trying to work that part out. Kind of goofed me up. What was my video about? Oh yeah. So I'm watching Canadian Prepper and a video. I guess his progression with his large dog. Beautiful dog. You know, and I like dogs myself. My advice to him. Okay. Number one, first and foremost, what I do with all my dogs, right, is when they go to the door, right, or something, not to go out or that too. But they go, or something at the door, or something outside, and they go to the door, right? What I do to make a bond with my dogs, boy, I whip that door open, and I look around like, like, man, that was the most important thing that's going on right at that moment. That I mean to tell you. And, step outside the door and look around, and if they bark a certain direction, you make sure they see you and make sure that they know that you're paying attention to them. Right, but man, he's the most important thing right now, right? And you can either, if you see something, say "good dog" and this and that, right? And then you tell him if he knows what it is, what to do with it. Either there's no call, or "good dog" because it's a stranger, or advance if you want, And every time, without fail, right, for a few weeks, and man, you won't believe what a pal you will have when that dog realizes that you take him seriously, right? Like you're bros, like we're gonna go hit it. It's me and him, hit the, he don't know what a trench is, but you know what I mean, right? Um, Number two is they don't understand languages. What you need to do is say "bad dog" in a chosen any language, which is a good idea. Oh, glad that turned off. Um, Chose a different language to say "bad dog" or some commands. Right. Don't say "don't chew that." You don't know. Just say "bad dog" and mentally, because they read your mind. This is how I communicate with my dogs. We read each other's minds. It's plain and simple, like a page off a book. I kid you not. When you do these kinds of things, and you project in your mind to him what you want, visualize it, picture it in your mind, and as you're saying "bad dog," picture what you want. You can show him a couple times if it's kind of a complex thing, but you will be amazed when you sit and put a telepath, push that thought to him. Not telepathy, it's just like pushing, like, you better get it. Right? Okay? Another training technique I use is along the same lines as the door. When they go to the door, is I'll sit out in the yard with them. Right? Just sit in a chair and read book, do something, right? And you can even set up scenarios where someone walks by, or whatever walks by, and anything like that. The dog goes off, right? And you say, "What is it?" And you act like, right? You see what it is. Then you choose your commands of, I say to my dog, "spread out." And then they go to their doghouse. That's when they know. "Thank you. Time for you to go." And they go and this and that. Or you could have them, what I would say, close in. And that way, my dog comes sit next to me when I say that. My dogs are leashless trained. Right? And that kind of thing. Or steady on it. You stay on them. That kind of thing. And then after all of that, if they do, it's a "good dog." And you convey in your mind the thought of that good vibe. I'm telling you, they sense it, dude. And you will sense that. You'll start getting him talking in your head. You're like, whoa. I kid you not. I've done it with all my dogs. And that works, right? Anyway, you're in the yard, you're sitting there. Whatever event takes place, you give them the 1 and 2 word command. Tell them "good dog" in whatever language. right? For 3 or 4 weeks, month or so, every chance you get, sit out in the yard and wait for things to come up and let him know what you want him to do. Dude, it will, I'm telling you, I've done it with all my dogs and I have nothing but success. They're my friends, my pals, my bosom buddies. And like I said, now with Mata Hari, she was a little harder because she caught a coyote. You know, I call her a bad dog, B-A-D, a Beatty alley dog. You know, we live in Beatty, right? She was tough. I had to be, you know, you're sitting there saying some sort of corporal punishment. Here's number 4. You have to let them know. Even 2 members make a pack. You are the pack leader. You say, undisputed. Must be maintained, established and maintained. Must be. Now, with Mata Hari, she's a rougher dog. Even like when we play, she'll, like, I got, you know, scars on my arm. You can see it. Anyway, I got bite, you know, she'll tear me up. Oh, it's funny. We can do it again. Bite my finger off. Hey, we can do it again. You got 9 more. You're like, ah! Right. She's been playing, but she doesn't know she's rougher. Like she's wild. Got wild in her. Anyway, you have to establish. If she did something wrong, bad, where beyond our established parameters, she gets the chain. She gets chained out in the yard. Something. You have to have some negative reinforcement to initiate behavioral change, or they'll just walk all over you, and you'll have an out-of-control giant dog, you know, that you don't know, and that dog cannot go off unless you know, a dog has a trigger too, and that's your voice, your command. You don't want that dog going off until you tell them to. You know, bad things can happen. And you can imagine, bite people, stew, right, that kind of thing. So, you must gain and maintain the upper hand. And with these things, with your head on them, and do what I told you, and mentality, pushing your thought to them, they'll tune right into you. Watch and see, try it. I'll bet you 10, I'll bet you a couple rag rags I got them going up. Story for another time. All right, I'm telling you. Peace. Bye.